So many bits.
Why can't I hold all these bits?
A topical meme.
A topical
for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah. It's for the millennials.
Yeah. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Midlight Crisis, a real podcast hosted by three grown-up biologists revisiting books from our teens, and it's totally cool. I am one of your hosts, Sophie, and whenever we start a new book, I really should think about how I'm going to lead into this before I'm in the middle of saying the sentence. But anyway, maybe I don't need to, because today, for everyone's information, I survived the Toronto earthquake because I am literate and have a collection of weapons hidden upon my person that I take out slowly one by one when someone asks me to remove my weapon.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh, my favorite trope. Perfect.
So good.
It's the best one. Obviously that's how I survived the Toronto earthquake.
Yeah.
The capital T, capital E, Toronto earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
Which we all remember.
Mm-hmm. You were there.
Because it changed our society forever.
Yeah.
So that's not to brag or anything, but that's how I survived. What about you guys?
I got really confused because I thought you were being serious for a second, and I was like, wait.
Wait.
In Toronto that I was supposed to remember?
Yeah, and I survived it with my collection of weapons that I did. No, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, my name is Sam, and on this hour, I survived the nuclear civil war because I am lawful and a secret vampire.
Oh. That'd do it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's the secret vampire.
A secret vampire. I've
Yeah.
hidden it from everybody.
So well.
Mm-hmm. You're just mysteriously good at surviving.
Yeah. The nuclear civil war?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
So, was it a civil war over nuclear stuff? Sorry, here in Toronto, we had, a big earthquake, so I don't really remember the nuclear civil war that was happening at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So was it they fought over nuclear because of nuclear? Both with nuclear?
I think with nuclear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It was a big one then.
It was New Brunswick versus Alberta.
Ooh.
Yeah. Did you say us in Alberta? All the nuclear weapons that Newfoundland has?
No, I said New Brunswick.
Oh, okay.
Not that New Brunswick has nukes, but they have a nuclear power plant.
Okay, they just chucked the power plant over there.
Yeah.
I love the idea. Well, I don't love it as in love it, but hilarious the idea of a nuclear civil war.
I know, right?
Expand outside of the country.
Yeah, we just nuked each other.
Yeah.
Each other.
Within the same country. Maybe that's how Panem was started.
Yeah.
It was a nuclear, I think it was a climate crisis,
Oh,
but maybe it
was
could
the
have been a
Toronto
nuclear civil war.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a nuclear civil war.
I think Toronto is technically in Panem.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
it is.
encompasses all of North America, but classically, most of it is in the United States and then Southern Ontario.
Yeah, I was going to say, it only goes into that, portion along the Canadian border that,
that everyone lives in.
most of the country lives in.
Yeah.
That portion of it, and then the rest, I think, is the wild. But I think Toronto is, District 13 or something.
Oh. I guess we'll have to look at
Wow.
at some point.
Which is nuclear!
Which is nuclear.
Wow, it's all coming together.
Your nuclear civil war caused my earthquake. How dare you?
Oh, how dare I?
So rude.
Anyway, who's the third one, and how did you survive?
Hello, I'm also here. My name is Hannah, and I survived the lava eruption because I am sexy and athletic.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that
Neither of those things is true, but
Just concise and to the point.
yep. It even makes sense.
Yeah, it's just
Lava
real.
eruption. It's just like a real thing that would happen in a YA book. I would die in a lava eruption.
Yeah, I'm imagining. Did you guys experience the internet when they did
Yeah.
when they did the Hawkeye initiative, where
No.
it was everyone was drawing Hawkeye in the poses that female superheroes were put in
Oh,
on
yeah.
comic covers?
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm just imagining you, I guess, as Hawkeye in all of those poses, just like jumping over lava eruptions, or because to me that's the epitome of sexy and athletic. It's
Yeah.
Hawkeye in female superhero poses, I guess.
Yeah. Or consider also that one Captain America where he has
Captain America.
the one Captain America where his pecs are like a triangle all the way out in front of him.
I don't know what you're
You
talking
know the one?
about.
It
No.
doesn't matter.
Okay. One of those for sure.
Yeah.
Is how you survived the lava eruption.
The lava eruption.
Okay.
Lava? Whatever.
One of those. And that was the apocalypse, was the lava eruption.
Yeah. It was a big
Yeah.
one, I guess.
There was a lot happening.
There's a lot going on. That
Yeah.
was wait, near Toronto.
Uh-huh.
There's like an old like Niagara fault line. So it probably got disrupted when Sam started her nuclear civil war.
Nuclear civil war, which
Yeah.
caused the earthquake, which caused the lava.
Wait, I survived the nuclear
Oh, right.
civil war.
Oh, right, yeah.
You didn't say I started it.
Yeah.
I started it. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
I was so sexy and athletic. that
Wow.
people went to civil war over me.
Damn. That you
Mhm.
started a lava eruption and then everyone started fighting, I guess.
Yeah, because I'm too hot damn.
Hot damn.
Giving Helen of Troy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Too hot,
An
hot
icon.
damn. Make the lava erupt,
Icon.
man. Anyway, the reason we've all survived apocalypses today is obviously because today we are starting to talk about the Hunger Games,
Woo.
the iconic 2000 something
Mm-hmm.
apocalypse book, obviously.
Yeah.
When did it come out?
2008.
Wow, we're really moving up in the years from 2004 to 2008.
Just add 1 or 2 years every 2 years.
1 or
Oh,
2
well,
years, yeah.
Actually.
Actually. Wow, the Hunger Games is as old as my car and also my cat.
Oh,
Fantastic.
great.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so in this episode, we're just going to be talking about our memories.
Yep.
Before we actually lead into reading the book. Like, which of us remembers what year the Hunger Games came out?
Yeah. Which of us
Yeah.
definitely didn't Google that?
Google that while I was talking? Yeah.
No, I was prepared. Excuse you. I knew we were
man.
going to talk about it.
As with, I guess, the last one and at least one of the other ones, I don't really remember anything at all about this book because I read it when each of the books came out and then I did not pick them up again. I think I watched the first movie and then I didn't watch the other movies.
Oh.
You missed out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I sort of don't like things that make me feel bad.
Skill issue. TBH.
And yeah, I just, I maintained that throughout my life until now, that I just sort of like reading and watching things that make me feel good at the end, mostly. And so I enjoyed reading The Hunger Games, and I liked the movie, and then I'm like, wow, good thing I read those. Not going to read them again.
Well,
Until now, I guess.
until now.
Yeah. I mean, I remember finding it very interesting because, again, in 2008, I had read like one book in every genre. And so this was like my first post-apocalyptic book, dystopian, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, I don't need any other dystopian or post-apocalypse, thanks. until I'm older. I'm
Like,
good.
done with that.
They were all
Yeah.
ripoffs of it anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Hunger
that's
Games
fair.
was like the good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Hunger Games was the good one, but I did read Uglies and the rest of that series like 5 or 6 times. So those ones make you feel better at the end of it.
Yeah, and like something doesn't have to be good for it to be worth reading, you know?
Yeah. Arguably, the ones that you reread a lot might not be the best ones.
It might not be the best book.
me at me.
People are allowed to like bad things.
Yeah, I love to like bad things. Like
Same.
Sharknado.
Okay, I don't like that.
But anyway, what about you guys? I know both of you probably have way more memories about this because you both read them more recently than I have.
I am Hunger Games #1 fangirl.
Mhm.
I love Suzanne Collins. I think she's created a literary masterpiece in this series that should be read by everybody.
Yep.
So I first read it. How old was I? I came into it a bit late.
Okay, so like not when the first book came out.
No, I think I was at the midnight release for Mockingjay. I remember that because I went with my cousin who was younger than me, and so she needed someone to go with her. So I remember her and I went to that, and I definitely read them then, but I think I was in university already at that point because 2008 is when Hunger Games came out, so Mockingjay must have been 2010, 2011, which means I would have been either grade 12 or first year university.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I loved them back then. But then during the pandemic, because unlike Sophie, I like reading things that make me feel pain. I reread them. I just like to feel things. I don't know. And I don't understand it. But anyway, I reread
anything
them.
that makes me feel an emotion, please.
Yeah, literally. I
Exported emotions. Like, I don't want my own ones. I want someone else's.
But I will say this, because when I reread them during the pandemic, so it was 2020, and it was because A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes had been announced. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta reread these. And I reread them, and they hold up. They are...
Mm-hmm.
I think I liked them even more as an adult, because when I read them as a very young adult, a teenager, some would say. Yeah, I was a teenager.
As a YA.
As a
Yeah.
YA.
All I gave a shit about was the romantic part about it.
Mm.
But then when you reread them as an adult, you actually realize, like, Suzanne Collins ate with themes. And I remember hating Mockingjay because of the ending. And I was like, that's so stupid, blah, blah, blah. But then you go back and you read it like through the lens at 28, 29, and you've experienced how dark the world really is. You're like, oh. And then you realize Mockingjay is actually a masterpiece. So that was my evolution through it. And Catching Fire is the best book to movie adaptation ever made.
Yeah.
So far. Nothing has topped it. So, as you can see, I'm very passionate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you reread them again when the most recent book came out?
No, I
Okay.
rewatched the movies while I was offshore, though.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
They're my comfort movies.
So you've rewatched the movies like very recently.
Yeah, within
okay.
like the last 6 months.
Okay.
Yep.
Now you may speak, Hannah.
Now I can go.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I'm glad we're bringing up the movies because I do want to talk about that also, that specific point. But yeah, I think I read these books when they were coming out. I think I reread them, like, read the first two and then reread them again before the third one came out. And my most, like, clear memory I have of that was when I worked at an ice cream store in high school. I think I was biking to work one day and, like, paused in a park on the way there to finish reading Mockingjay and got to work and was just, like, deep in ennui.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah. I was like, goddamn. So I don't think I've actually reread the series since high school. It's one of those ones that I keep meaning to and then not doing because there's not enough time to read all of the books. I have rewatched the movies multiple times because, like Sam said, they're a good comfort movie series for some reason.
Yeah, which doesn't make a lot of sense with all the death, but you know.
It doesn't, but yeah, it does, you know?
But it does.
Because you know what's going to happen. That's all that requires a comfort movie, you know?
Yeah. I like watching things I've seen before. Yeah, I think I rewatched all of the movies sometime within the last, 6 months as well, so I'm up on that, but I haven't reread the book, so I'm excited to, catch any differences, since now the movie is the storyline that I'm more familiar with. But yeah, I really liked these. I was not into the romance very much. I was deeply not interested in love triangles by this point, and continue to be not interested in love triangles.
If I recall correctly, Katniss was not into the romance either.
Yeah, it's not her favorite.
Hill I will die on is that this series only had a love triangle because of Twilight.
I agree.
Well, I think I've said this in the Twilight segment of our podcast so many times too, because I hate love triangles, though some have grown on me. But this series particular is because of Twilight.
I actually disagree with you, Sam.
What? Why do you think it exists then?
Okay, I think before I've reread this book at all, based solely on what I remember, is that it is a specifically to show the choice Katniss has to make.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Are you going to choose Gale and the renegades or whatever the hell that is, or are you going to choose Peeta and this direction? I don't remember what that direction was, but it was she had to choose her route through how she was going to lead, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? With the book?
It does, especially with Mockingjay. I do kind of agree that it became symbolic.
Yeah.
I guess I think I'm halfway between both points. I feel like for the Hunger Games, some publisher was like, put a love triangle in there, and Suzanne Collins was like, okay, bet.
I'm gonna make it a political statement, though.
Yeah, exactly. That feels correct to me.
I feel though, rereading Mockingjay, it's more when I reread it, I feel the love part of that book is actually so non-existent.
Oh yeah.
Because Katniss is so traumatized, and you don't really realize that when you're reading it so young, because you don't know what she's really going through.
You can't really conceptualize it when you're young.
Yeah, and I think that's where I kind of changed my tune on it, because I used to think it was really obvious that I think I was Team Gale. I don't even remember.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, I was
Team Sam.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see your point. And Suzanne Collins is smart, so I would say yes, but I don't know for sure.
But it's more because I do also remember, again, what I'm going to remember about these books, I'm so sorry, everyone, is going to be the romance subplot, because that's all I cared about at the time. Now too, maybe. But I also do remember that in the most of it, probably part of why I was disappointed is because Katniss did not care either way. But it's I think of it now as she was basically being told that she has to choose a man, and B, the revolution, the movement was saying you have to pick one or the other way, right? You don't want to have to pick either one, really, but you have to pick one, and these are your two options, right? You can either go the violence whatever way or the other way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we can get to that when we get to that.
That's true.
We interrupted Hannah while she was talking about her memories.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I think we've already, I was going to say danced around the point, but even explicitly stated the point that this book certainly is constructed in a much more thoughtful and metaphorical and nuanced ways than a lot of the books, or than every book that we've read on this podcast so far. It actually has
political.
It has a meaning beyond just like, here is a story.
Yeah.
Which we'll find out if I'm smart enough to talk about that.
To talk about it. I certainly won't be. And we obviously need to talk about the most important thing that this book did. And I guess it was the movie. How like you always can be like, I volunteer as tribute.
That's
to everything.
It does have like a lot
staying
of
power.
Yeah.
Mimetic staying power.
Mimetic staying power. Lots of cultural relevance and a couple of different directions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we want to do a fun game?
Oh, I love a fun game.
It's the game you guys hate to do every time.
Oh, fuck.
Do you guys want to guess how many copies of this book sold?
Gosh dang it.
1 million.
1 million. Okay, no. As always, I'm going to give you the category options.
Oh, yeah.
So this is from the Wikipedia page for a list of best-selling books. Don't go there right now before you guess. Okay. So the categories are more than 100 million copies, between 50 and 100 million copies, between 20 and 50 million copies, and then between 10 and 20 million copies.
Oh, so 10 is like the bottom.
10 to 20. Yeah, that's the bottom of the best-selling books.
Of the best-selling books.
And this includes the series.
It's the whole series? All 5 of them?
Yeah. So this list, like, if the book did incredibly well on its own, it will list just the one book. But if the series did really well as a series, it will list the series. And so I will tell you the Hunger Games. Actually, let me check that, because the series is also the name of the first book, right?
It's true. Yeah, I think
it just means the one book. Okay.
Oh, the one book. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say that would be interesting for this series because it was published over such a long time span. Like, the first book came out in 2008. Sunrise on the Reaping just came out this year in 2025. And I feel like with the Hunger Games, at least in like our generation, the hype has kind of only grown as it's gotten older. Like, it hasn't faded away at all. So I feel like it's gotten a lot of time to like rack up those sales.
Yeah, I will freely tell you that all 3 books are on this list, but separately.
Oh. Is the Hunger Games the top one?
Yeah.
It's gotta be. The first
Yeah, wait a second. It's like, no, I actually only read Mockingjay.
Oh, good. This is fun. We can do the Hunger Games separately, and then we can also do the series overall. How fun. Okay, so the book individually. Okay. Reminder, from bottom up, it's 10 to 20 million, 20 to 50 million, 50 to 100 million, and then more than 100 million.
I'm going to go for the 50 to 100 million.
20 to 50.
Okay. The winner is Sam.
Oh.
20 to 50 million.
Dang.
I think the whole series is in the one above.
Yeah,
though.
Why don't you guess the...
Okay, yeah, I was going to go for the 100 million category for the whole series.
Sorry, I have to... Now I have to scroll for like 1 second. Okay. Nope. Still wrong. There we go. For the series, sorry, what was your guess?
I was going to put it in the 100 million category.
Yeah.
More than 100 million?
Yes.
Yes, you are correct. It is below Twilight. It is below Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
That's acceptable to me.
Obviously below Harry Potter because it's the top of everything all the time. It is above the whatever Game of Thrones.
And how does it compare to Aragon?
Wow, let me just keep
scrolling down.
Just keep. Oh, it's above Divergent. Don't worry, everybody.
Thank God.
Wow. Okay, still scrolling. Where's the?
If Divergent was better than the Hunger Games, I would have to just quit society.
Yeah, you just have to leave. Here, let me just look to see. What is it called? Inheritance.
Yeah.
Did we even?
I don't know. I don't think it was on the list.
Was it on the list? No, it's on here.
Yeah, I think that one was, but Maximum Ride wasn't.
It definitely wasn't. Yeah. Inheritance cycle below Divergent.
Fuck off. This is so offensive.
so rude to you specifically.
To anybody who cares about literature.
Well, don't worry. Maximum Ride is definitely not on this list. Divergent should be
at the bottom of the fucking list. I have such a beef with that book.
Yeah, that's fair. What are the individual books below? It doesn't really matter.
I feel like Hunger Games was like, oh god. Hunger Games was like the epitome of the dystopian genre. Like, it's the shining beacon, like the top of the mountain best one. And then Divergent is the one that killed the genre. I think, like, not even hyperbolically, like, I think the dystopian genre, like, fell off a cliff after Divergent, after people realized, like, that series was shallower than a puddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas, like,
I don't know
the Hunger Games
Divergent. I think, because there was still a lot published after that. I think it was the start of its downfall. But, like, there was still, I think, in the movie series, definitely, because they never even finished the movie series.
Yeah.
But there was still, like, quite a bit even after Divergent.
Yeah, I meant more that there's still some coming out, like, to this day, right? It's not like a dead genre. But
no, I meant
people got saturated.
Like, yeah, like it didn't reach its peak saturation, I think. I don't know. I think a few years later, but yeah.
Uglies came out before The Hunger Games, so if you think about it, The Hunger Games copied Uglies 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Great. What a fun game.
The Host by Stephanie Meyer came out the same year as The Hunger Games.
Oh, that's also dystopian.
It is
incredible. Dystopian.
I just, like, remember a bunch of vague ones. Like, there was, like, what was it? A Fourth Wave or something?
Yeah.
And then there was...
It's like a zombie one. Ready Player One. The Maze Runner series.
Yeah, the Maze Runner series. Yeah.
The Shatter Me ones, apparently.
Yeah, I never read those, but yeah.
Me neither. I think those ones are still coming out.
They are, yeah.
Persistent.
Did you guys read the Wind Singer books?
Yeah. I think I only read 2 or 3.
What was the first book called?
It was called The Wind Singer, was the first one.
Oh, no.
No, that's fine. They were not that popular. I think about that book all the time, but for some reason, the main character of The Wind Singer I always think of her when I think of The Hunger Games as well, because like in that series, spoilers for this 2000 book, like at the end, it's like leading her. She's like a revolutionary, basically, like tearing down this society. And basically at the end, there is a very PETA-like character who it's like they are going to end up together. He's like the kind of pacifist, but he'll do anything for her. And then at the end of the book, she chooses to die to save her people telling him she like never loved him.
Oh.
And he deserves better.
Damn.
And it's like, that like really makes me think of the Hunger Games. It's like Katniss wishes. But anyway, we're not talking about that book. We're talking about the Hunger Games.
We could also I'm looking at like a list of some hit dystopian fiction. I feel like I read a bunch of this kind of thing because it was really that like peak overlap age for us. But like The City of Ember and the Giver series are both definitely dystopian.
Yeah, and those were like pivotal kids, like not kids, but like those were like middle grade books.
Yeah,
I read those too.
Yeah, and both of those live inside me. I've been meaning to reread The Giver.
Inside you, there are 2 dystopian novels.
Inside you, there are 2 dystopian novels. Yeah. One of them is The Giver. One is The Hunger Games. You're so sad.
You're so sad. I somehow never had to read The Giver in school.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I want to reread it. I have it on my wish list at the library.
Yeah. I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
I'm probably not going to read it, but
yeah, it was kind of depressing. Yeah. I think he dies at the end, but it's unclear, so maybe he doesn't.
Spoilers.
Well, I think the whole thing is like, did he die or did he not?
Did he die though?
Did he die though?
Did he die though? I love that this list says that like some of like the earliest dystopian is like The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. I'm like, I guess it's
science
dystopian.
fiction.
I think it's just science fiction though. Who knows?
Ooh, okay. Well, now I want to look at 18th century dystopian Gulliver's Travels. I never read that.
Time to read
Great.
it. Great, good.
Love that.
Yeah.
Just a long silence.
Just extremely long silence.
None of us read it. We have no opinions.
The end. Gulliver's Travels, what we're reading next. For when we all read Gulliver's Travels when we were teens, right? In 1726.
Yeah, back in 1726.
I have a question about the Hunger Games. Were the movies, like, at all different from the book? Because I don't remember people being mad about it. Like, were they significantly different or just, like, a little bit different?
A little
bit. A little. But, like, they're, like, the best book-to-movie adaptations still. Like, I can't even think of anything that's been done better.
Yeah, same.
Why do people make book to movies and then they change the movie from the book?
Yeah.
And then they're like, why was it bad? Because the book was good and you should have just done the book.
Yeah, that was actually something I wanted to bring up, that, like, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think the Hunger Games, I guess maybe Twilight, I can't remember when the movie came out, but I think it was, like, the first to faithfully portray the source material in film, and then, like, did really well and people really liked it, and then they have continued that trend of, like, trying to actually make good movies based on books.
Yeah.
Because, like, if we look at some of the other books we've read with movies that
like,
came out before this, like, all of them, like Aragon, Maximum Ride, and City of Bones, all had movies that came out that were so bad.
Let's pause. Maybe Maximum Ride was a faithful adaptation.
I think didn't we like read a summary and it had nothing to do with it?
Oh yeah, it was bad.
It was bad.
Aragon is just like the epitome of the worst.
Yeah, that's
book
a really bad movie.
Yeah,
terrible movie by itself. It's a terrible
incredibly bad
of the story.
Yeah,
I would argue Twilight was so bad it's iconic now.
I feel like Twilight is a good.
Yeah.
Like, it's a faithful representation of the book. It's just a stupid thing to represent.
No, it's not faithful because Bella was not wearing a blue long sleeve shirt and a long skirt on her day.
Yeah, and
how dare they?
And Edward wasn't wearing the sleeveless button down. That's true.
Yeah. So it's a wash, basically.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, yeah, because I don't think I had read the books recently enough to when I watched the movie, singular, to know how accurate it was.
Yeah.
So that's good to know.
I think one of the biggest complaints that I have seen that, like, again, I'll have to compare to the book now that we're reading it in more detail. I've seen some people talk about how some of the, like, biggest changes they made to the Hunger Games movies were removing the disabilities that both Katniss and Peeta, like, acquire at the end of the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, like, it's very interesting going from the Hunger Games books, which are what they are, like, a fun dystopian YA story, like, on top of serious political commentary.
Yeah.
Going into the movies, where it's like, we're gonna make everybody, like, age everybody up so it's not as creepy. We're going to, like, remove the, like, unsightly things, like Peeta losing a leg at the end of the book. We're going to market it to people as if they are, like, members of the Capitol and focus on, like, the glamour and the capitalism.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting dichotomy.
No, and you made me kind of remember, I had this thought when I reread them again that, the books are a lot darker than the movies.
Yeah.
Which I kind of forgot about. But I do remember having that exact feeling that, like, oh, you don't really get the full grasp of, like, you do, because obviously, like, you can see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just, like, I think there's something even darker about it being in Katniss's head through the PTSD and, like, through her inner monologue rather than just, like, watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, removing, Peeta, like, lost his leg, and, like, he had a bunch of other, like, issues too.
Yeah.
So that is a fair point that I forgot about.
Yeah, it was certainly something that, like, I didn't pick up on my own. That was, like, me watching a bunch of social media content about the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Because it persists in being like a very popular series.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially because she keeps bringing new books out, so people keep talking about it again, which I'm not complaining. I like the books. Keep doing it.
Yeah, like I'm a fan.
Yeah.
So you guys have alluded to this a couple times now, but I honestly don't remember this. They were marketing it as like you're in the like they were marketing.
Sorry. That was me being like hyperbolic, but like all of the marketing around it was very like capitalist, and it was like, here are like all these accessories you can buy to look like characters from the movie. Like I remember distinctly like nail polish lines. That was like, these are nail polish colors, like inspired by characters in the movie. And it's like, this is what the people in the Capitol were doing, was like, wow, this is like a fun thing. I want to dress up like my favorite tribute. And it's like, oh, it's us.
There's several layers.
Yeah.
I feel like that wouldn't fly these days. Because, like, what was it? Wasn't it one of Colleen Hoover's movies?
It Ends With Us.
Yeah, they tried to release a coloring book, and then they tried to release a nail polish line.
Yeah.
And the internet was just like, no, you the fuck you won't.
Yeah. Well, and like, grab your friends and dress up in your florals and go see this movie about domestic violence. Like, oh my God.
So can you imagine now in 2025 advertising a dystopian movie where kids are killing each other in the arena with like,
nail polish.
Paint your nails with the colors of the Capitol.
Yeah, right. I guess we'll see in 2026 when marketing starts coming out for the Sunrise on the Reaping movie.
I don't think they will, because they didn't for the other one, the Songbirds, or I keep forgetting, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Which that one is the darkest of all of them.
Yeah,
that book fucked me up.
Yeah.
Did a movie of that come out?
It did.
Yeah, and it's also brilliant. But like, I left the theater. I remember looking over, and I felt like dead inside. I was like, I don't know how to feel, because I was like, it was a good movie, but I feel terrible.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh.
Yeah, so that one's the like prequel about President Snow and like how he becomes who he is, right?
Which, yeah, a brilliant book.
So good. Really
but
unpleasant to read.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like such the epitome of a character who had so many chances to make good choices and refused every single time.
Yep.
And that's how you get fascism.
That's how you get fascism.
That's where that comes from.
Was it like when like you get most of the way through and then you're like, wait, I know how this ends. Oh no, wait. I know how he becomes.
No, because it happens like kind of slowly throughout the book. Like it starts with him being like kind of selfish and very focused on how other people see him. But it's like all from his point of view, which I think my main criticism of the movie, and it's been a while since I read the book and I only read it the once because it was upsetting. But like, because you aren't in his head, you don't see exactly like how fucked up everything he does is. Because in the movie, he's like doing these things and you're like, dang, that's kind of fucked up. But then when you find out his reasoning and like his logic and his justification for why he's making these choices, it just makes it like astronomically worse.
Yeah. Which fun.
Like, there's not much you can do about a movie or like a series or something that's trying to translate a very, I guess, like individual perspective into visuals. Like, there's only so much you can do unless you're willing to do, like, for example, what Murderbot did and just like have the Murderbot character doing voiceovers of everything and describing what's happening, which works for Murderbot. I don't think it would work.
That's how the books are.
Because like that's the point of the books. I don't think it would work for this. I think it only works in like specific circumstances.
Yeah. So you both have read the most recent book also, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Sunrise on the Reaping is the prequel about Haymitch, who is Katniss and Peeta's mentor. I have seen some theories talk about some people theorize that there's going to be like a prequel trilogy to like kind of parallel the original trilogy. So people are expecting like one more book and like the prequel trilogy. I think
who would it even be?
I think the theory is that it would be about Plutarch Heavensbee, who is the capital game maker who is secretly with the rebellion.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that would be very interesting.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I feel like I don't think we'll get another tribute.
No.
I don't, because I know Suzanne Collins has kind of gone on interviews like saying like she only writes when she has something to say, and that's like very clear in the books she's released. And like Sunrise on the Reaping was very heavy on the propaganda theme and being sold a narrative and like making your own narrative in a world that's trying to choose it for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like if she was to do another one, I don't think it would be like strictly following a tribute because that just kind of plays into the whole glorification of the Capitol and then continuing to write books of kids getting murdered without having a purpose. Like people are like, oh, we want Phoenix games, we want Joanna's games. And it's like, have you missed the point completely?
Yeah.
Listen.
Once again,
yes,
you are the Capitol. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Once again, you are the Capitol who just want to watch the games.
Yeah. Like, I would be fine if there was a theme, like, you know, like it wasn't just to read what happened. I don't know. I mean, I'd still read it, so who am I kidding?
Yeah, I'm like, I would be excited, but I would feel guilty about it.
Yeah, exactly. I'd have to reflect deeply on it.
Yeah. Sunrise on the Reaping kind of fucked me up, and I don't want to like spoil that one too much since it just came out.
Right.
But I was like expecting one story and we got a different one.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed, and then I had to sit there and like think about that.
Oh.
Because like that's the point, right?
You're gonna have to explain this to me later, because now I'm curious.
Like you get an idea of who Haymitch is and like what his games are like in Catching Fire.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I feel like I know what this is going to be about. And then it was not about that. And I was
that's
like, dang,
point.
and I was like, oh, I didn't get the story I wanted. And then I had to like reflect on the fact that that's the whole point, is that we didn't get the story we were expecting because that's not what actually happened. Because it is like slap you across the face, propaganda is serious and bad and can ruin things book.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
Yeah. So
you got by it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't go into it expecting anything. The only thing I had was there was like a YouTube short movie made about it, and that was like it's my really only like thing kind of going into it was like, yeah, those are the characters. Like I imagined those actors as the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was it.
Yeah. But yeah, I do think my last comment for now, at least about the movies, is I don't know if you guys have seen that post where someone put up photos of I've immediately forgotten both their names. Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson when they were actually the age of Katniss and Peeta.
Oh
yeah.
No.
So I feel like that like calls back to the way the movies are different from the books, is like they do the movie thing where they use like mid-20s people to play teenagers.
Yeah.
And then if you see them as actual teenagers, it's like, oh, right, okay. These are like baby-faced children murdering each other.
That's interesting because that could like take away a bit of the impact.
I think it does, yeah.
You know?
Like I think, for me at least, I think that fits into the like making it more palatable to a Capitol-like audience.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Because, like, if I recall correctly, anytime the tributes are, like, brought around in the books as well, right? Like, either one, they're, like, all dolled up.
Yes.
Like, glammed up. And so that's probably the kind of same thing.
Yeah.
Commentary.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Making them not look like children so that people don't feel as bad.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, how fun. What a fun and lighthearted read this is going to be for me
Sophie's
specifically.
going to regret this so much,
I'm going to be so sad. Okay, I did want to ask, because one of the things we do on this podcast is biologize the things.
Yeah.
Do the biology. I know we've talked about this off mic before, but we're pretty sure there's like the animals and then like the mockingjay. And then there's like the dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
The people dogs.
The people dogs. Yeah, like there are multiple, they call them mutts. There are multiple mutts throughout the books, culminating with the horrifying people dogs.
The people dogs, yeah. Okay.
I mean, we can also, like, we can talk about, like, the geography of Panem and, like, what the...
Oh, yeah.
Like, the flora and fauna of the places.
Yes.
Like, it certainly won't be as fantasy creature heavy.
But it also won't be magic-based.
Yeah, and also there won't be any goddamn vampires.
That we know of. Yet.
Oh my god. President Snow is a vampire, and let me tell you why.
Secret vampire.
Talk about climate change.
Wow.
So fun.
Another lighthearted topic for our fun podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I've agreed to it already.
I mean, the whole point of this is that it's not, like, a fun, happy time.
I'm gonna make jokes even if it kills me.
I mean, the fun, happy time is that there is a happy ending? Maybe.
There's a happy ending where both the main characters have to pretend to be in love for the rest of their life with permanent mental and physical disabilities as a result of the games.
I think they're actually in love by the end. Like, I do.
I think at the end of the third book, I did see an interesting theory that Katniss is either A, too traumatized to, like, even be able to think about romance, which is probably the more accurate interpretation.
Yeah. Trauma bonding instead of actual love bonding.
Actual love, yeah. Or just that she's, like, aromantic and is like, I don't give a fuck, but I will do what I have to.
Yeah.
Which is an interpretation I like, because I think that's fun.
I do think the one thing I do, like, again, I used to, like, be, Team Gale, because that's how I was as a person.
Well, because he was the dark-haired, like, dangerous one.
Well, yeah, and he's, like, the rebel, and you're like, yeah. But then, like, going back in through it, you really do see that, like, Katniss does love Peeta. It may not be in that romantic way, but, like, she genuinely deeply cares about this person. And just, like, I don't think, like, she's too young and traumatized to even know how to process her emotions because she was never allowed to even, like, grow up to do that.
Yeah, when she didn't have a choice, really.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I do think because she had those just, like, genuine, even if it was just platonic love for him, I think it did genuinely grow into something more by the end, which is why I say at least there's that at the end. Like,
yes, I agree with that.
They find comfort in each other, and, like, Panem is brought down. They restore democracy. Like,
wow, spoilers.
Well, he's been out for God knows how long. But anyway,
17 years or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not a spoiler.
No.
Everyone knows that's what happens.
Yeah, I guess this is a spoiler warning if you
haven't read if you've been waiting for the third book of the prequels to come out before you've read any of the books.
If you really want to listen to this podcast but haven't read the whole Hunger Games trilogy,
but also do want to read them someday, then maybe don't listen, I guess.
Yeah. If you're that person, please introduce yourself, because what's going on with that? I want to know how this happened.
Introduce yourself to Hannah.
Yeah, let me know.
Hannah's
Send me a
I
letter.
won't spoil Sunrise or Ballad. Those, whatever. I will happily spoil the trilogy, because I'm like, it's out there.
Well,
like,
okay. I think by the time we get to the end of this book, we're going to spoil both of those books, because that'll be like in 2 years. But anyway. Wow. Great memories. Good times, great memories. Anyone else have anything they want to say about Hunger Games for the Memories episode?
The Memories episode. I'm excited about this. It's a good book, and I think it will continue to be good even as we read it in this incredibly stupid way.
Yeah, this is the one I have the most faith in internal consistency.
Yes. Yeah, Shadowhunters was like a pleasant surprise that it had that. This one, I think it will not be a surprise to find that it has.
So I'm gonna be fucking paying attention to how many days Katniss is going without sleeping, because that does seem to be an ongoing problem in books.
And somebody needs to be like making people aware of this issue.
My greatest hope for this book is that I get to do some math.
Because
we didn't get to do any math. There was not a single math that I could do in City of Bones.
Wow. Yeah,
we don't even know how fast a Jace goes. We've lost our consistency there. So hopefully here, I guess I will be able to calculate how fast Katniss can walk in the wilderness.
Yeah, probably.
And we can see how she compares to a dragon and a vampire.
I'm still traumatized by the fucking Saphira linear growth curve.
The slowest thing unimaginable. Lower than a pigeon. Incredible. Yeah, those are my hopes. On that note, shall we talk about what else we're reading?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. Not that I need either of your permission, but I'm going to anyway. I've been on a historical romance kick. I accidentally read an entire series of Christian historical romance without noticing until I got to the end of book 3. And then I was like, weird that all 3 of those books had like a really, really long proselytizing part. And then I looked up the author and I was like, oh, they've won a bunch of awards for Christian fiction. But you know what? I'm going to stand by that they were kind of fun and I liked them, okay? So I'm just going to say the On Devonshire Shores by Julie Klassen was pretty good, regardless.
You missed those like religious vibes from City of Bones, huh?
Yeah, I really missed it. You know, I should just, if I'm reading a book and when people are talking about God and they use a capital pronoun like him, I really should just know at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, the other one I read was the Survivors Club series by Mary Balogh. I actually don't know how to pronounce that last name. But anyway, I'm on the last one, which I think is the 7th book.
Okay.
I've been reading a lot. They're just so easy to read. And I'm having fun with them. They're not the best historical romance I've ever read. They're not the worst. Hence why I'm reading the whole series.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. Yeah, I have to read the whole thing just to make sure. Had I talked about, because I really want to mention if I hadn't mentioned it, that I did listen to the audiobook of Running Close to the Wind by Alexandra Rowland, which Sam specifically said I would love. And it's so friggin' good. I'm like gonna be thinking about this book forever because it was so unhinged and so ridiculous and so silly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so fun.
I don't remember the plot at all. I just remember Avra being a silly little slut. Like, that's literally all I remember.
And the plot was like biology. It was so great.
Yeah.
Basically, if you like Our Flag Means Death, the show, you would like Running Close to the Wind.
That's why I knew you would like it.
So good. And also, somehow, the horniest book ever. But but every...
Because he's a silly little slut.
Yeah, but no explicit sex scenes.
I know.
And also, not even, like, close. Like, there are no actual, like, romantic scenes or, like, sexy scenes. They're all fade to black or just alluded to. But it's the horniest book I've ever read.
It's hilarious.
So funny. Okay, anyway, I really loved that. So I needed to shout it out. As for what I'm currently reading, I'm currently listening to the audiobook of Sword Crossed by Freya Marsk. I've only just started it. I loved her other series. I have no opinion about this one yet. That's it. But I'm reading it. So that's what I'm doing. What about you guys?
I actually read a lot more than I realized. Which I guess is a good thing. I finished on my vacation the Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, and I didn't like it at all. So that's me. And then I read The Compound by Aisling Rowell. She's Irish, and I definitely said that wrong. But this was great. This was written specifically for me, and it's I don't. It's reality television, but a book, and it's like, what if reality television and the producers like literally let you get to death's door? Like it's wild. Like it's like Love Island meets The Survivor The Survivor, and it's so interesting. I was hooked, and I read it on my entire flight home, and then. I listened to Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher because part of me still thought I could finish the Goodreads achievements. Spoiler alert, I will not finish.
No.
One, which is killing me, but I just don't have time.
So annoying.
That's so tragic.
I don't think I can finish the book by Sunday. It was longer than I thought, and I was like, well...
Thornhedge?
But I did... No,
I'll
get
next
to the other one.
Yeah, okay. It's pretty short.
No, I finished that. I listened to that in a single walk with Robbie.
Yeah, it's short as hell.
It's short, yeah. And then I finished listening to A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen, which is better than the first book.
Okay.
The series still just is like, it's just so wishy-washy. Like, she thought she was doing something original, and it's not. And
yeah,
I just like the two characters. I'm like, y'all just like want to fuck. You're not in love. So
yeah.
Anyways, and then I am still reading City of Brass because she's thick, and the book that I'm not going to finish in time to get my last Goodreads achievement is The God of the Woods by Liz Moore.
Damn.
Because it's a mystery, like one of the categories was, I think, poolside puzzlers.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't read a lot of mysteries, but I had this one from Book of the Month. And I was like, oh, great, perfect. It's a good excuse to read it. Did not realize it's almost 500 pages.
Holy moly.
So I was like, that will not be finished in time.
Actually.
Nope. So is what it is. And then I started listening to the audiobook for What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. Again, that's Spanish. I said that very wrong. Which is a YA Egyptian... how do I describe this? It's like The Mummy, but a YA version.
Oh my god.
Cleopatra. It's actually very fun, and it felt like a YA. Yeah, I was like, I like it. And I was thinking while I'm reading it, is this a YA book that Sophie would like? And I think yes. There's like a little bit of insta teenage lust, but like
I'll check in when you've
finished
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like 60% through. The narrators are really good, so I will give it that.
That's nice.
But yeah, it's fun.
Amazing.
That's it. I know that was a long list. Apologies.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So many books. Not enough time.
So many books. Somehow it's a long list, but not quite long enough because you needed one more book to be done.
I'm like, I can't get the audiobook from the library. I suspended my Audible for 3 months, and I was like, and I'm scuba diving all weekend.
First.
So I'm like, there's literally no way.
In between dives, you're just like, nobody talk to me. I'm reading this book.
I'm busy.
Right? Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Hannah.
Anyway.
Now you can go.
Well, I was going to use Sam's really good segue, but then we kept talking. I was going to segue into how absolutely terrible the audiobooks for the Mortal Instruments.
They're so bad.
They keep getting worse. I'm currently listening to City of Number 6, which is Heavenly Fire.
Yep.
It's really bad. The audiobook is so bad.
So bad.
I feel like the book might be better if anybody else was narrating it.
Yeah.
I am deep in this fucking hole.
You're so invested.
I'm so invested. I started watching the show and I'm like live tweeting all my thoughts at Sam.
Oh, wow.
Pretty sure I had a dream about it the other night. Like, it's got me in its fucking claws.
This is so funny because if Sam probably thought if one of the two of us was going to get really into the series, I bet she would have said me.
No.
Okay. If you knew that one of us was going to get into it.
I have a better understanding of what you like now, Sophie.
Yeah.
Like, even though you like the Throne of Glass and everything, we agree there. But you're I didn't see you finishing City of Bones. I would have bet it on Hannah Because of Alec and Magnus.
Yeah.
And Simon.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
It turns out I still just can't handle YA. Because even though I really liked Legendborn, I got partway through the second book and still haven't finished it. So I might just not be able to deal with YA. You're right.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so happy for you, Hannah.
It's the worst.
This is the best, because I get to roast you about it for the rest of your life.
I know. I was so determined to be a hater. It turns out I like it.
You were doing a really good job at not finishing entire series when you didn't like a book, but
yeah,
here we are.
Here we are. Anyway.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that I've listened to all 4 of the intervening Mortal Instruments, and I'm halfway through the last one.
Yeah.
I'm also reading Growing Wings, The Inside Story of Red Bull Racing by Ben Hunt and Catabasis by R.F. Kuang.
Nice. Oh, you started that? Oh, yeah, you told me you started that. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm surprised that her fantasy novel is just like a fantasy skin on top of a scathing criticism of like a real life dynamic.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's kind of what Babel was too, so I'm excited.
Yeah, that's like her whole thing is
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Being like, you thought you were gonna have fun. Screw
you. You never have fun reading an R.F. Kuang book.
I actually am having a lot of fun, but I also don't have academia trauma, which I think is why I'm able to have fun. Because the whole thing is how grad school will destroy your life and maybe literally send you to hell.
Yeah. I was really hoping that Catabasis, whatever, was going to be the one that I liked, but I think there's no chance. There's no chance.
I'm having a good time. I haven't been reading very much of it because I can't read it before bed because it's an R.F. Kuang book.
Yeah.
I can't turn my brain on that late at night.
Yeah. I'm going to come up with a scale of like 1 to 10 on how bad you feel at the end of it so I can gauge if I want to try reading it.
Okay. I'm like 100
or it won't have a happy ending.
Yeah.
No. I'm like 130 pages out of 560. And so far I don't feel bad. But,
okay,
you know, there's time.
You have a higher threshold for that. I do remember I followed R.F. Kuang on Twitter, and I remember when she was like, I guess, writing Catabasis, she tweeted something like, what if I just wrote like a fun academia, like dark academia book about going to hell? And I was like, I mean, I would read that. And then now I'm like, I don't think I would, because it's still an R.F.
Kuang book.
It's still an R.F. Kuang book, yeah.
I mean, it's like kind of fun.
Great. Let me know at the end. I don't trust it till the end.
Yeah. So far, well, I was going to say so far no one has been brutally killed, but that's not true.
Okay.
Lol.
Great.
Lol. Well, listen, like the whole point is they have to go to hell to drag somebody out. Like obviously they died. Anyway, it's September. What are we reading, Sophie?
You're fucking reading Joust by Mercedes Lackey.
Am I? Not yet.
Better be.
I haven't
That's
started.
The September book. Legally.
Legally.
Imagine if the one book that Hannah doesn't read from the book club is this one.
Wasn't there another one she didn't read?
I didn't read
Legendborn.
Trader Baruch Cormorant yet, and I DNF'd Legendborn.
Yeah.
Right, that's Legendborn was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. Not because there was anything wrong with it. I just couldn't handle it and City of Bones at the same time.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, yes. Yeah.
They were both so YA at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Great.
Great. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. How we always end the show. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Ring the bell or whatever. Subscribe. If you liked if you like this chapter of Midlight Crisis, please consider rating and reviewing us on Spotify or your podcatcher of choice. You can talk to us and find fun-related content variably on social media. We are at Midlight Pod on all of them, and all chapters of the show thus far are available on our website, midlightpod.podbean.com, and on YouTube.
And to Sophie specifically during this next era of the podcast. odds be ever in your favor.
She's gonna kill us.
They are not. They are not in my favor. Absolutely not.
No.